Hello, geeks and gamers. This is Matt Lemke with Your Gamer Goggles, gamer-goggles.com, and today we have another box breaking for you. This box breaking is from Catalyst Game Labs. It's the Balance of Power. It's a newer board game that they have brought us. As with all of the box breakings we do, I have no prior knowledge to what is in this box. Sometimes I do, but I always let you know when I do. And it's a pretty heavy box, so I'm a little curious to see what all is in here. This is a Brother Knudsen game. A Brothers Knudsen game. Right off the bat, you see the rule book, which is kind of like looks kind of like a comic book, full color, a lot of pictures and art for showing you what you need to do. This is the scorecard or scoring track. Right away you can learn that it's a historical game. You see that it's the Kingdom of Great Britain, Kingdom of France, Kingdom of Prussia, Austrian Empire, Russian Empire, and the Ottoman Empire. So right away you have a time frame for your game. If you know history better than I do, you know what era that is. I'm not going to be able to show you the full board because I do not have that kind of space. I will show you one panel at a time, and then I will stand up and measure it. Well, these are 10 by 10s or 8 by 8s. So that should give you a concept. Oh, a piece of paper? I do not have a piece of paper. So you have 3, and then you flip it over, and obviously that looks a lot like Russia. We'll turn it a little bit, and then you have into Germany and Ireland. So basically it's a European game. Well, obviously with the names of the empires I read off, it should be. The U.S. is not involved in this Balance of Power game. The board is pretty big. I'm going to say 24 by 30. And that's just off the top of my head. That's a guess. And then you have, well, we didn't look through the rules at all, but we're going to go ahead and take a real quick look. Very first thing it does is it lists reference cards set up and how to play the game. So you can tell right off the bat that they're serious about you playing their game. And then there's a series of examples, 1, 2, how to win the game. There's an expanded gameplay. The credits. And then you have the rules in a foreign language. I'm going to guess that I'm not smart enough to figure it out. I want to say it's Italian. I'm not going to really say what it is because I don't recognize the flag, and maybe I should. And they go right through it again, all the way through into another language, which this one is German. So if I look back at the board, or if I look at the score chart, I can figure it out by looking at the different flags, except that I don't see that flag on here, so I guess I'm wrong. And they go through and they go all the way to, that would be French. Let's see if there's another language. So it must be a pretty simple game to play because there's like only 4 pages of rules, which is always a good thing. Simple leads to some of the greatest strategies. And then inside the box, you have all of the pieces. I'm going to assume, which might make me stupid, that all of the pieces match. So we're only going to look at one color, and, well, I like the way this one looks on camera, so we're going to take a look at France, and, well, wait. Well, we're going to take a look at France and the Great Kingdom. We're just going to take a look at France, because those cards match. There's one card like this for each faction, so real quick, we're going to zoom in, and we're going to go over it. I said faction. I meant empire. You have the turn, actions, bonus, scoring, and winning. And then over here you have the attack. And I don't know what those numbers are because I haven't actually read the rules yet. When we do our gameplay video, I'll go into that in more detail after I've read the rules, which will probably be a week or two, probably pushing in close to Gen Con by the time I get to it. Now, inside the bag, we have these different pieces, which for now, I'm just going to call, well, these are crowns. There's about, well, how about I back up a little bit and I just separate them all out real quick. There's a bunch of crowns for gaining your territories. I do believe that this is a resource / territory control game. Yep. The very back of the box it says, in Balance of Power, players carefully create and move kings, generals, and bankers as they capture territories and expand their empires. A player's skill and strategy are all that stand between them and the ultimate victory. So, these are your kings, apparently. I'm not sure which of these would be your bankers, but I kind of like the way they go together. Because, hey, that's a chick. That's a woman. Right? The hair, that's a general. These are the bankers. Why are bankers always round? In every game I've ever played, bankers have been round. Oh, wait, they're plump. Ah! Bad joke, sorry. I couldn't resist. And you get this for every single faction. So, in Balance of Power, you get a game that should be relatively easy to learn. You get well over a few hundred pieces. Because there was probably 100 there, and there's 6 territories, or 6 kingdoms, empires, governments, whatever you wish to call them, where you struggle for territorial control by moving your kings, your generals, and your bankers around the board. This has been a box breaking of Balance of Power from Catalyst Game Labs. This is Matt Lemke with Through Gamer Goggles, gamer-goggles.com. In a couple weeks, depending on how fast I get caught from the game fair, we will have an actual gameplay of this up. It says on the box, I think, that it should be about 35 to 40 minutes to play a game. I'll double check that here in a second as soon as I put the lid back on. 45 to 90 minutes to play a game. And 2 to 6 players, ages 13 and up. It seems like it's going to be a game of critical thinking, as well as maybe some political backstabbing. Information on any of Catalyst Game Labs games, well, that's a tongue twister, you can always go to catalystgamelabs.com. Again, it's catalystgamelabs.com. And you can learn about any other games. Thank you. Have a good day. Matt Lemke with Through Gamer Goggles, gamer-goggles.com.